Welcome to another episode of the Analysis Show with your one and only Thanas Antetokounmpo. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening. And can't forget my co-host, Tony.
What up, man? How's it going?
What you got for me today, Tony?
All right, I do want to start off. This news broke a couple days ago, but the legend on and off the court, Dikembe Mutombo, passed away, 58 years old only, kind of quietly battling brain cancer. But the response from the basketball community has been nothing short of complimentary and really giving him his flowers for everything he did, obviously on the court from Georgetown to his historic career, but off the court as well, and all of the philanthropic work he did, all of the money he put back into his homeland. The realest of the real. And I saw you post a picture of him as well, and I just wanted to get kind of your thoughts on Dikembe, the man, not just the basketball player.
Yeah, oh man, it's heartbreaking, I saw a statement, the statement or something that his son wrote too about him and like what his father meant to him, to everybody actually, and to people around him, and he was really all those things. He honored people around him. He really was that. He brought people joy. Photos, this, that, and it was one of those guys. Like if I asked him, like, hey, come to the show, like he would have, do that in a heartbeat. And like, and I'm so proud too. Like they said, because he's one of the people who made Africans as well. People believe they could be in the NBA and people from overseas and being iconic and what he brought to the game. But outside the game, like even him doing this quietly, like it's insane. Mm-hmm. It's insane. Nowadays, that when everybody is actually doing something for people to be out there, something like just.
Yeah, he didn't bring the camera crew with him for every school or hospital or water well that he funded and built himself.
And just him, like, I wish it would. I wish I know he was quietly, going through it, but I wish it would be a little bit more known, so people would like celebrating him a little bit more while he was here. So
that happens far too often, right? As people, and I remember just being super young, and my first real intro to Dikembe Mutombo was 2001, and he was playing for the Philadelphia 76ers, and they played the Bucks, and I was 8 years old at the Bradley Center watching him and Allen Iverson go to Game 7 against Milwaukee, and Iverson's probably like one of my all-time favorite players, right? But there was just something about watching Mutombo play. And they had other guys on that team, like Eric Snow was cool, Aaron McKee was cool, but there was something about Mutombo. And even when he blocked Sam Cassell's shot, or he got to Ray Allen, he did the finger wave.
No.
It was just, there was just something, you just like were gravitated toward his character and like him as a player, and then you learn everything else about him. And he was pretty incredible. Then I think a lot of people know him too from the commercial he did when he was blocking people in the office and just swatting away the paper ball from the garbage can.
But that was for the new generation who didn't watch him play.
Exactly.
And kind of was like, oh, sure, okay, this is open. This is like, nobody does it anymore. I mean, I'll do it. If I come in this year and block a shot, I'm gonna be like this.
Well,
I promise you.
So that's I wanted to ask you, because like we talk about the NBA and NBA Africa and the way that the NBA has grown the game. Yeah. Without guys like Dikembe Mutombo, without Akeem, there's no Joel Embiid.
No.
There's no there's no Giannis and NTA.
No.
There's the ground that these guys set.
Exactly. The way they play, the tenacity, the being African, look like it's cool, and just like, no, we're gonna come here. It was just a different vibe, and for us, from Dikembe Mutombo, like, to Hakeem the Dream, to all these guys who came and played, and it's a legacy, it's a legacy that, Giannis, Joel, all these guys, Pascal, like, they're gonna continue. We're gonna all continue all around the world, not just in the NBA,
100%.
all around the world, and continue to forge ahead.
So there's obviously no easy way to transition out of something like that. But there are a couple other NBA stories and a couple other sports stories I wanted to hit on with you. Yeah. The same day that Dikembe Mutombo passed, Pete Rose also passed away. And Pete Rose, so I know when we threw out the first pitch the other day, you're like, there's no baseball in Greece. So
I never grew up with baseball.
So Pete Rose, legendary baseball player. I think he surpassed 4,000 hits. Most players, if you get to 3,000, you're in the Hall of Fame. He had 4,000 plus.
4,000 plus.
So he was the baseball player of the 80s, right? Not in the Hall of Fame. Kept out of the Hall of Fame.
How? Why?
Because he bet on baseball. Like, was betting on games. When I was younger, I always thought, he bet against his team. And I was like, that's probably not great, right? I found out years later, he was actually betting on his team
to do what? To win?
Yes. Which to me is like the coolest thing anyone could do.
Oh, yeah, because, but it's...
like if you go put your money where your mouth is, much respect for your Rose.
Yeah, okay. So, first, my condolences to him and his family. It's a touchy subject a little bit. And you saw what happened with Porter and stuff like that last year.
Oh, for sure.
I think obviously you're trying to be cool and you want to bet and like, hey, I'm gonna win for sure. I know that, but at the same time, it messes with the integrity of the game, because maybe back then it was just win or loss, but now it's points, not points, this, that, rebounds, on rebounds, how much you stay on the floor, this, that. Like, it's gonna, even if you're doing it for a good reason, guys, don't do that. It messes with the integrity of the game for you as well. I'm telling you, because it's two different things, right? The money and the love of the game. So obviously through this, we all change our lives. You play basketball, you become successful on and off the court, and you have a better house, a better car, etc. All this, a better life for your family. But at the same time, having more money or saying like, hey, like I want to bet what I do, like it messes with the integrity of the game. Imagine if you were working, right? You're working at Wall Street, and now you're like, now it's the same thing. They do that too. Like that's not allowed either.
No, definitely not.
Right?
It's a federal crime.
So it's kind of similar to it. And if you think about it, moving forward to like a normal job, imagine you being good karma and you got to bet every time you go to work. You're like, hey, I could bet money outside of this, and if I go to work today, if I'm going to go 9 hours or 8 hours. So what is that?
I bet on myself to work fewer hours every single day.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It messes with the integrity for you to show up to your job and show up and do what you're supposed to do, regardless of our outcome. And at the same time, you got to realize when you bet for you to win, there's people betting against you. So you're like telling them basically that I control the outcome. So that's, I don't think it's the best thing ever. But at the same time, you got to understand there's a thin line to it. That's why it's considered integrity. You're messing up with the integrity of the game because you control most of it. You control if you're going to show up or you're going to. So that's why. But and it's a touchy subject. So
100% touchy subject.
No betting tips in the show. You won't get any inside information when it comes to the game. That's it. I just want to put this out there.
I like the disclaimer. No, it's
disclaimer.
important.
Always.